All right, Coach. I mean, ideally, obviously, you want to come away the first weekend with 3 wins, but I mean, really, what are you looking for out of these guys this weekend?
Well, I think there's a lot of stuff that we've been working on over the past 2-3 weeks now, and a lot of it just comes back to taking care of the ball and throwing strikes. So hopefully, that's something when you get outside and you're actually playing another team early, you do yourself a favor to do those two things well. If we can take care of the ball, limit errors, limit mistakes, and then pitchers can go out there and get ahead of guys, I think we're talented enough if we do those things to be right in those games and hopefully come out with 3 wins. It's always a question mark early, though. Your first time getting out on a baseball field in a few months, and sometimes that first error leads to another one. I remember 2 years ago it looked like we hadn't played baseball before, and it took us probably 5 or 6 games till we actually started taking care of the baseball. Now with the indoor and being able to get a lot more work in, hopefully that has kind of cured some of those issues. But if we take care of the baseball and we pitchers come out and throw strikes, we should be fine, and that's something I really hope. On top of that, though, it's about energy, man. Guys come out here, ton of passion, ton of energy, and love baseball. If we do that, then we'll be looking like a team I want to coach.
Going off, getting those reps at the disc, and you guys got on the field a couple weeks ago, I think. And how it's hard to simulate real game action. What's that adjustment like once you get in a real game? And a lot of these guys are new, like being in their first game probably.
Well, it's the first part you think of is the timing, just to get in-game timing and all that stuff. There is no great way to simulate it. Even if we were able to get outside every day and do inter squads, it still doesn't necessarily reflect a game environment. But when you get past the timing, it's the jitters. You're getting. We haven't let these guys play another jersey since June last year, and I think that part of it is really big now, that they got to be able to manage some of their emotions a little bit, and just because they don't get a hit their first at bat doesn't mean it's time to throw in the towel in the season. And I think that's how important it is for some of these guys to come out of the gates and do well. So managing those expectations and the jitters early is very important. Well, I definitely think, I know I can't speak to their personnel, but I know that the guys, we do have a lot of new faces, and I know most of the guys that we have that are new, I think, are pretty high energy guys. I think most of the guys we have coming back are pretty high energy guys. So I would anticipate that being in our dugout a very fierce competitive environment. For them, for Campbell, I know last year I said we only played them once last year, but I thought that was as good a coach team as I had seen. Whether I was an assistant coach here at Xavier previously or as a head coach in my second season as it was last year, that was as good of a coached team as I've come across, and I think I would expect them to be very, very ready for us. They play a style of baseball that is incredibly aggressive. It's something that if we're not prepared, they can make us look uncomfortable really quick. So hopefully we've done all the things we need to do to make sure our guys are ready to take on what they're going to try and do with some of the stuff they do base running, and they bunt a lot, and they'll do anything they can do to try and create a little momentum for themselves, and we've got to be ready and composed enough to take care of those things. But it's game one also, so I don't care if it's the same guys from last year, different guys. It's game one. It's going to be fun. It's going to be competitive, and we hope, like I said, if we can take care of the baseball and throw strikes, I feel very good about our chances to be in that game and come out with a win.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.